Hey everybody, hey Prowl Nation, what's up? It is Free for All Friday, and it's going to be a lot of fun today. We've got a lot of stuff to get to today, but let me kick it to my main man, the man of steel himself, Kurt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And welcome to the show, people. Hey, we got a lot of people to bring in, but we have a very, very special person to bring in first. Jim, who you got to bring in first?
I got to bring in Val. Hey, what's up, Val?
Happy Friday! Not only is it the first time you're going to see me live on Detroit Lions on the Prowl on Free for All Friday, but I also have another surprise for you all. I don't know if you all remember way back a couple, 2 or 3 episodes, maybe more ago, I made mention that the only time that I, as a Bears fan, would be caught wearing a Lions jersey is if it was Iffy's jersey and it said Iffy on the back. Well, one of our Prowl family members, North End Ken, decided to call
Ken.
And he sent me this jersey right here.
Oh, yeah.
With Iffy's number on it. Ooh. And not only does it says Iffy on the back.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
all that bluff.
The day of reckoning is here because I said that I would wear it for an episode. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye to you, Mr. Erlacher, for just one day.
Oh.
Sorry, baby. I'm going to have to do you dirty like the Bears did dirty to you.
Oh.
So while I'm getting changed, because I don't think anybody wants that kind of a surprise, I'm going to flip my camera over while Jim introduces everyone else here in the panel. So I'll see you in a bit.
I think did you turn off the camera? You didn't turn off the camera.
Right here.
There you go.
All right. So, hey.
Next up in the building, Luke G from Luke G's Field Review. What's up, man?
Hey, salute to everybody, man. It's Friday. I'm feeling good about it. Had a half a day of work, so brother is free right now.
Yeah, yes. I can tell. It's not like you're at home right now.
Yeah, loving it.
Welcome to the show, my man. Luke G, always bringing the heat.
All right, and next we have Maniac Tim, who's going to be joining us today. We have other people that are going to join us later. What up, Tim?
Hey, a lot. Football season's almost here, and Maniac Tim is ready for it.
Ready.
All right. Maniac Tim is in the building. Let's shout out the chat. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Jenkins is in the building. Bo Gagrius, my man, John Appler is in the building. Justin May, the rapper, is in the house. Big West Kevin is in the building. Sweet, what's that? Sweat bread is in the building.
I don't know, man.
Hey, Ferg 509 is in the building. My man Matthew Ferguson is in the building. All right, panel, it is time to get this thing rolling.
I'm going to kick it over to Val, and guess what? Look at the jersey. North End Ken's in the building.
Big shout out to North End Ken for spending his hard-earned money to do this. That's so funny.
North End
Ken. Val, you know you always wanted to be in the Lions jersey. Let's not play the games. You always wanted. I mean, it's just normal for you to want to be a part of what feels beautiful. It just embrace it for today. And if y'all haven't paid attention, did y'all notice the headband? Did y'all notice?
I noticed the headband. She's matching. Yeah. She's matching.
I mean, a Lion's headband too.
Yeah, she's always prepared to be a part of what she always knew she was.
We love it.
She's transformed.
Queen of the Prowl representing today.
I got this headband here from a Facebook group as well. I won it, actually. And it's so funny because Lions fans are so desperate to turn me to the dark side.
Oh, the dark side. Oh, yeah.
It's the light side. You're living in the dark side.
Right.
Yeah. All right. It's dangerous to see what side is which. All right, panel, let's go. Well, okay, what rookie out of the draft class will shine this season? Now, it could be more than just one. So I'm going to kick it to my man, Maniac Tim. First up, Who you got? Who's your shining rookie of this season?
Oh God, Iffy. I don't mind steal.
Wow.
I think he might. I
I
think you're gonna see
Stealing my thunder. Look at this.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
Thunder. Wow.
I think he's
Anybody
gonna fall
else?
flat on his face. No, I'm joking. Derek Barnes. I'm really looking from a lot out of him, and I'm also looking from a lot of Panay Sue.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, those guys.
Yeah.
Big West Kevin, and I can barely believe the Val's wearing that jersey. Did she lose a bet?
Got her bluff called. Yeah.
She just fell in love with her truth. When you finally accept who you are, it's not hard to do it.
Yes, JGB, that is Val in a Lions jersey.
Yep. So Val, you're already wearing it, so you can go ahead and say Iffy. Is there anybody else besides
it's
Iffy?
my boy Iffy. I can't say anything but Iffy.
Okay, we had to go ahead and get that out the way. All right,
North End Ken says, I was on the phone. What happened? What happened there, Val?
I told you. Looky.
He is definitely sporting
I
silver today.
I'm a woman of my word, North End Ken. Thank you so much for spending your hard-earned bucks.
Brian Stover says Amara St. Brown. I think that's going to be a good name for a lot of people. The Single Dads Club said Val has denounced the Bears. Woo! I don't think he did that, but okay. My man, Luke G. All right, brother, who you got? Who is the rookies that's going to stand out this year?
You know what? When I saw this question, I was trying to figure out like who really going to stand out. And then I thought about we did have a bunch of undrafted people, so I'm finna throw some curveballs. It's hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown and Tom Kennedy. Those two people are going to be the difference. So I went back. I decided to go back and watch our preseason games and look at Tom Kennedy like cold-heartedly. I just wanted to see every little thing he did, and I was like, I see why he made this roster, and I see why he's going to be a huge problem for people. And then on the defensive side of the ball, AJ Parker, man, I think this dude's about to be the come-up kid. So I'm going to go AJ Parker, Tom Kennedy, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay. The phenomenal one, Mr. AJ Parker. My man, Jim, who you got? Who's going to shine in this rookie class?
I think Derek Barnes. I think he starts by the end of the season, if not sooner.
Right.
I like him a lot on the defense, and also Levi Onwuzurike. I think he's going to be a disruptor. I really do. I watched him in preseason, but I just think I think that he's so strong up front, but yet he's quick. Right. So I got those two for now, and I'm just kind of outside of the box type of thing. But yeah, both of those guys are really I like a lot of our rookies, and I want to go into every single one, give everybody else a chance. But that's what I think.
I'm going to go a little different route. I'm going to go Aleem McNeil, and the reason why I say Aleem McNeil is because he hasn't had the starters playing next to him all preseason. So teams could double and triple team this guy because of the fact that he hadn't had the guys who's going to take away the doubles and triple teams from him during the preseason. So he's going to be a disruptor up there in the middle. He's going to get blockers around him and some of the other guys. And then you get those guys on the outside. You get Trey Flowers is going to be be in a lineup, and you get Romeo. It's going to create a lot of havoc where they can't double team Aleem McNeil like it did in the preseason. I think he's going to be a disruptor. His guy's athletic. He can move. I just can't wait to see a big man touchdown from him and see what kind of dance he does. He already has a signature celebration on Madden already. He has the bat swing. You know what I'm saying? The slugger knocking the ball out of the park. So
I love
see him do that definitely in live time on the field for the Detroit Lions. Love it. Yeah, hey, like the channel, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, be a proud nation. The march to 10,000 is definitely on. Big West Kevin says Kennedy has some tough competition for the two wide receivers we just picked up. May the best man win. Absolutely. My man Ted Chaney says, "What up, though?" Major disruptions on that D line. Hey, You know what it is, baby. And Brian Silver says Barnes equals Spillman. If we can get 75% of Spillman out of Barnes, I will be happy. Definitely.
I think you'll get more than a Spillman player out of Burns.
I agree.
I hope so.
Like
I
you
definitely hope so.
Think bigger. Think Leonard from like the Colts.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Luke. 100% on him.
North End Ken, thank you, my brother, with the super chat. He says 5 rookie starters by midseason. I called it, and it shall be. Okay.
He's the Lions prophet.
Yeah, we go. you know, Rough and Raw be holding it down. All right, what are you looking forward to in the game against what Jim calls the 40 whiners? That's not my word. That's definitely Jim. He with that word.
That's me.
You know what? I'm gonna kick it to Jim first because that's his word.
Word up.
What am I looking forward? I'm looking forward to our offensive line versus their defensive line. Bosa lined up against Panay Sewell, I think, is what's going to happen here. And I want to see that challenge for that young fella. I think it's going to be hard. I don't think it's going to be an easy game for him. And it'll be a growing and learning experience. But that's the matchup I want to see. I want to see their D-line against our offensive line.
That's a good take. That's definitely a good take. Ted Cheney says, make it so, Ken. All right, Maniac Tim, who you looking forward to against the 49ers?
Actually, what I really want to see is what Goff can do with his receivers, and also how can run that offense. I mean, if he's going to be able to move the ball, if they're going to be able to score, and the real scheme of things, I want to see the scheme of the offense, and I want to see the difference also between the defense on with Patricia's crap out of there and the new lines in there. I want to see them. I want to see pressure on that on the Winers quarterback.
Okay.
I want to see those pressure on the quarterback and everything. So
see them sacks.
Hey, we got you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let the church say amen. All right, Val.
Scotty the Bear says, I made it. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Scotty, Mr. Scotty the Bear. Pick me up, dude.
Wall of Fame member. All right, so Val, what are you looking forward to against the game against the 49ers? What do you think is going to stand out for the Detroit Lions?
Well, for my politically correct answer here, I'm going to say that I'm looking, to see what the offensive line will do in protecting Jared Goff. And if I'm giving my honest answer as a Bears fan, I'm hoping to see Jared Goff get sacked. But
okay. Hey, she's a Bears fan. I don't expect, even though she's rocking the iffy today, I wouldn't expect anything less from Val.
She's a Bears fan just to spite Jim. That's all it is. Don't trust me. She's deep down the line fan.
She's from Chicago.
I'm from Chicago, dude.
Before I met her.
But she left Chicago to come home. It is what it is.
Come on. John Kevin with a super chat. We appreciate that, brother.
John.
He says Sewell wants Aaron Donald, so he wants Bosa believe. That could be a good challenge. Hey, he wants us. Hey, to be the best, you got to beat the best, like Ric Flair said. Before I kick it over to Luke G, I'm going to give mine. What am I looking forward to against the 49ers? The young secondary versus the wide receivers versus the 49ers. What are they going to do against that group? They're not a big name group either. Their best receiver is their tight end, just like us. George Kittle is their best receiving option right there for the 49ers. So I want to see that, what we're going to go against that young secondary. We have undrafted free agents. We have, the oldest guy in that lineup is 24, and that's Amani Oruwariye, only 3 years in the league. So that young secondary versus those receivers in the 49er land. All right, Luke G, my man.
Oh, just one thing first.
Okay,
Ryan Zerzecki, he's got a question for Val. Val, are you a Southside Bridgeport girl? I don't know what that means.
Not exactly. I'm actually from 30 miles south of Chicago in the Kankakee, but I did spend some time living up on the north side in Boys Town near Wrigley Field. So,
okay, yeah, North Ender. All right, So, all right. Luke G, my man, what are you looking forward to in the game against the 49ers?
The battle of the ground game. Our run defense versus their rushing attack. Our rushing attack versus their run defense. And if we win that battle, we win that game. And I think we will win that battle. I think we will be able to run the ball. And I don't even think we need Swift for it. I honestly don't. I think we can go in there with Jamal Williams. Hell, we could have went in there with Jamar Jefferson, to be honest with you. We could have went in there with Jamar Jefferson, and we could have went in there with Godwin and still ran the ball, because I think what we saw in preseason, depending on how you looked at it, this team was setting it up in such a way where they were just working on the fundamentals, the technique stuff. They're going to be way more aggressive when the enemy steps on the field. And so I suspect that our rushing attack will outdo their rush defense.
Okay. All right. So we have a super chat from my man, the Single Dads Club. He says Goff is making spicy Dijon mustard out of the phony whiners.
I love it.
Laughing my ass off emoji, because that's what that is.
You sure it's not Luke's? You sure it's not Luke's ketchup?
Oh no!
I was wondering about the ketchup.
Turner Burley says, "Does Val have on a Lions jersey?" Wow. Hey, the story is, she said the only one she would wear is if it was Iffy's jersey with Iffy on the back, and North End Ken, my brother, called that bluff. He said, I'm gonna send that thing to you, and lo and behold, we have it live and in color right there. All right, Ferg said Luke G needs some ketchup.
I don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't know if we're allowed to have this much fun.
I don't know what is it with the people in this the Get Indicted hotline, but I don't know what they're talking about.
When they heard to get it out of the hotline, I remember that, man. That is crazy. All right, Harpazzo's Net says we got a long way to go yet. I don't expect too much from them this year. However, in the next couple of years, we be there. I would love it if they win 5 games. Sorry, I'm not on the bandwagon yet.
I'm still on the bandwagon. I just don't think they're going to win. I'm riding the blue.
We always want them to win.
I don't think they're going to win this year. It doesn't mean I'm not a fan. I'm not on the bandwagon.
Yeah, we own that thing. We ride. Hey, I got the them things. What's that? The stir. I'm in the stirrups, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding that thing. You know what I mean?
Lucky for y'all.
You mean in the saddle, don't you?
Yeah, put me in the saddle, baby. You know what I'm saying? Give me them reins.
Lucky for y'all, I have literally reserve all of you seats, because I know there's going to be a lot of jumpers, and I don't want you to jump.
I ain't jumping. Haven't jumped.
I ain't jumping up. I'm good. I'm right there on it. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I'm shooting for 11 wins. So
Luke has a bright outlook. He better put some shades on.
Awesome, man.
He's staring into the sun. Ooh.
Hey, listen, I'm staring into the sun because, when you realize there's a bigger picture and it's a bigger thing going on, you can't help but get excited. And so I felt more confident going in with Dan Campbell than I did when they announced Patricia as head coach. I literally scratched my head when they said
good night. I was so upset. I can't lie to you. All right. 7 wins for Ken. Okay. David Anderson says, I'm going to hold on tight to the 10-7 record. Okay, there you go. All right. Next question we have for the panel. Do you think we have the right 53? Is there a player you wish the Lions would have kept? We'll go to Maniac Tim first. Is there somebody you think we should have kept, or you think we got it right with the 53 man we have on the roster right now?
I think we got it right. The only player I could think that we could have kept would be Travai. I'm just joking.
Timmy got jokes.
Yeah. I was going to say Perryman,
Michael
but
Huck
says,
that'd be another. No one says Tavai, and Tim said Tavai.
It was a joke. I was not drinking.
Yeah. Okay. Luke, my man, is there anyone you think the Lions should have kept, or did they get it right with that 53 men they selected? Oh, did we lose Luke?
I believe so. Let's go to somebody else.
Out for a second. All right, Val, what you got? Do we think we got it right, or is there somebody the Lions should have kept?
I think you got it right for right now, but I think that there's some players that you really need to have, and that are better than what you got on the 53-man roster, especially like safety position, wide receivers, stuff like that. Nice. But yeah, if anybody, I would say Mike Ford. I don't think that they should have let Mike Ford go. I really don't.
Hey, check that out from Latino Lion there, Kurt.
Okay, the Latino Leo says, got my tickets for the season opener and going to place my orders for Delightful Bites, Kurt, to enjoy before the game with my amigos. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Do you know that Free for All Friday is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right, Ferg from Lions 509 said, Luke knows I joke to keep his blood pressure down.
100%.
PC,
Luke's what about this question, Luke?
Yeah. Did the Lions make the right choice with the 53 men they have, or was somebody that got cut that you think they should have stayed on the roster?
No, the choices. That's why I was excited for what they did. In the past, we would have kept Bashard Perriman because we paid him. Like, oh, well, we paid him the money. Why not take the pay cut? But it's like sometimes it's best to just cut your losses. Like I literally have bought in food, and I'm like, this is disgusting. It is what it is, and tossed it. And so, to me, they made the right decisions. I went through that list like 4 or 5 times, and I could not find one single player that I was like, damn, I wish we still had him.
You know what, though? I like that. Yeah.
You could have kept Perryman. That would have been nice.
But
he's your problem now.
Yeah, that's a double good for us.
He's your problem now.
See, Perryman, this is a different thing. Perryman is not necessarily just a bad, sucky player. Perryman's issue is he is not consistent in what he does. And so that lack of consistency is what made him
I got to disagree there. He consistently drops the ball. He really does. Very consistent.
He flat out just didn't want to play for the Lions. That's just the truth of the matter. But
interesting take.
He couldn't live up to his dad's legacy in Detroit. I just think it was too much for him.
No, I mean, believe it or not, I think what happened was, I think he would have made the team, but when you go through and you look at Jovan McKinley, who was not dropping anything and was consistently running his routes, you go through and look at Tom Kennedy, who's running his routes, he's not dropping anything, and then you streamline that with the fact that who they traded for, another guy who runs his routes but don't drop anything. It was just next to impossible to keep him at that point. You're just not consistent enough for us to trust you, and that's the problem.
Right. And before I kick it to Jim, one of those to go along with that, I like the young secondary. The guys we brought in didn't work out. Look at all the veterans we brought in, and we were like, okay, you got to go. Corn Elder, Quentin Dunbar, those guys we brought in, some veteran, defensive backs. It just didn't work out. The younger guys played better, and they're on the team. All right, North End Ken says Benson for Ford would have been optimal. Well, yeah, but
I agree with that.
If you look at, I listened to the presser yesterday. Brad Holmes said when it came up, that name never came up in the trade.
And Ford was a super chat.
Was never
Thank
a trade
Thank
option.
You, North End Ken.
Yeah,
really appreciate that.
Super chat. Yeah, but Benson's Ford's name never came up when they were talking about getting Benson from the Broncos. That was never an option in that scenario. So for some reason, that was never brought up. So he was never an option for a trade out there. All right, Joseph Murdoch, the law firm, Murdoch and Associates says, "What up, though?" You know what I'm saying?
This is one for Luke here.
Luke G. You got Luke G. Luke, can you explain in your perspective why you think the Lions have an advantage over the Whiners week 1? I love your
contagious.
Well, first thing first, you got to understand, you got a West Coast team coming from that West Coast time zone over to an East Coast time zone to play at 1 o'clock. And then logically, they're 3 hours behind us. So you're talking about them still being in the morning while we in the afternoon. That's the first part. Secondly, it's opening day. And so far, what the history has been shown in most recent time is that since they've been allowing fans back to the stands, they have been absolutely nuts. They're showing up in record numbers for preseason games, scrimmages, and practices and things that don't matter. And now you're telling me you get a chance to come back to the stadium for a game that matters with a team that's hostile with rookies you love. The noise is going to be nuts. The alcohol is going to be nuts. The ignorance is going to be high, and people are going to be disrespectful. Now, here's the other part of it. 49ers, they lost their defensive coordinator. They lost their pass game coordinator. They lost their linebacker coach. Right? On top of that, they lost 2 of those really good running backs that they had in Britta and Coleman. And now they're just down to Morissette and I forgot the other dude's name right now. And then you got a head coach who's on the hot seat, who's feeling the pressure. And on top of him feeling that pressure, he's sitting up there having to deal with all the entries on defense, trying to make sure his offense worked while he plays the quarterback carousel and manage all those things. It's just too much for them to overcome. And I think it creates a perfect storm for us, the Lions, to win that game.
Well, there you go. There you go, Single Dash Club.
This is an interesting question. Omar Pachenko. You want to read that one, Kurt?
Okay. At panel, do you guys have any concerns about the Niners using both quarterbacks in the game?
Nope. I do.
No.
I do.
Yeah,
no.
I think their other quarterback's much better.
Nah, that's not even my concern. My concern is why I hope they just leave one of them in longer than the other because they both is not ready, and that's the issue. So yeah.
Actually, Trey Lance is out for the game. He injured his. Yeah, he's been ruled out for the game because he injured his index finger on his throwing hand.
That had been sad for everybody. He's sitting up for an index finger. Oh,
yeah.
Right.
You got it. That's for a quarterback. That's a very important part of the hand.
That's the last on the throwing hand. That's the last finger that touches the ball.
Yep.
Joseph Murdoch said, "Did I miss the surprise from Val?"
Yes.
Just look at the jersey she's wearing, Joseph Murdoch.
Yeah.
Iffy. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, we have another super chat definitely in the building. My man, you know he holds it down. Rough and raw. North End Ken says, my son is going to see a different side of his dad at the opener. Luke G.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's about to be. I guarantee you, we gonna hit some type of record for the stadium. Listen. The first time a referee miss a call or make a bad call, hell, he can't even make a call. Don't even throw a flag. The booze is going to destroy their eardrums. It's going to be ridiculous. I'm telling you.
And that crew that's coming to Ford Field is notorious for calling more penalties on the home team than the road team. That crew is notorious for that. So
same old NFL.
All right, so
let them try and get away with it.
Yeah. So Jim, you got to answer this question. Do you think they got it right, or you think there's somebody else that the Lions should have kept on their roster?
I think they got it very right. I really do. I like the way that they got younger. I know they said, "Oh, that's not really planned," but they got younger. Financially, they actually gained $1.2 million on the salary cap by the moves that they made. And they got a couple more wide receivers in here, the tight ends. They got rid of Alize Mack, and guess who's still on the practice squad? Brock Wright. My dude.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
The guy from Bonanza himself. All right, my man.
I want to interject really quick. Jim, did you look at the practice squad?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you look at it like real hard?
Kind of.
Okay. If you notice that I noticed something, I have a tendency to pay attention to patterns. Most of the people they cut, they brought back, like all of them except for 3, right? Mm-hmm. And so I went back and I looked at all the previous Lions squads for the last, I don't know, say 3 or 4 coaches. Mm-hmm. They almost literally looked at completely entirely different with their practice squads than this one. He's maintaining those guys. His logic for it is simply put, I'm trying to develop my guys because right now they may not be ready, but in a couple of weeks when we're done with them on the practice squad, they'll be ready to come up. That right there is great coaching and development.
Yeah. And that's the key, man. Oh, go ahead.
Our project says they need to hire refs. Yes, we need to definitely hire refs for us.
But Jeremy didn't answer the question.
Yeah, you answered the question.
No. Yeah, Jeremy came on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to Jeremy.
Okay.
Jim had a point. Jim had a point. He's making it up to Jeremy. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to say that the development, Luke, this is such a good point, is the coaching staff they have now and the teaching that they have now is something I've never seen in Detroit. No. I've never seen us be able to develop the people that we draft, develop those undrafted free agents, and that saves money for your team when you're starting to make stars out of players that are like that. So yeah, good point, Luke.
All right, my man. Welcome back to the panel, my man, Jeremy. Between puffs, let me give me the answer. They got this 53 people right on the roster, or do you think there was somebody the Lions should have kept that got released?
The only thing that I am happy about is the pregnant yak and the guy that can't catch a cold is not on the roster, as I predicted all along.
Can't catch a cold.
The only thing he could possibly catch is COVID, and now he's on the Bears practice squad.
I said that the Bears called him just before he got cut, right? And they asked him to steal the playbook, but he dropped it.
That's good.
I said the other day, he apparently can't catch a cold butt naked in a snowstorm. The dude, I'm telling you, that dude hands is terrible. I think the panel, I think everybody, I think that the Lions got this one right. North End Ken says, I watched Aaron Glenn mic'd up and was inspired myself to run down a quarterback. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That was inspiring to watch.
Definitely. One Pride 40 says yes. Big West Kevin says, good point, Joseph. I left aloud. Jim, Luke G, who's on the panel, just made a comment. Okay, he says 61 in the building, 22 likes, 2 dislikes. Let's show some love, people. Hit that like button, get them likes up. We can get to 50% for the video.
Yes, we can.
Dolo Dynamite's in the building. We haven't talked to that fella in a long time. Dolo Dynamite, what's good, fella? All right, he said thoughts on Tavai going into New England. I said it the other day. Matt Patricia welcomed him home. He said, son.
even though, wait, it gets better. Even though immediately after the only interview Tavai ever did, he trashed Patricia like no other. And Patricia goes, Bill, we could trade for him. He's on the block. He goes, we're not trading for your failures.
So you get Tavai back out there with his, saying Papa Smurf himself.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just back on the weight gaming.
We're having a fun time today.
That's what's not to like. North End Ken says, I think we got the youngest in between cuts. We did.
We
second
did.
youngest team only to the Jets. And for Valve, the geriatric squad and
we got those guys out there trying to keep enough electricity in their wheelchairs to
definitely
geriatric park.
Yeah, for real. All right, so how many wins do the Lions get this year? Jeremy, you up first, my man. How many wins do the Lions get this year?
I'm sticking with my realistic expectation as the floor at 5 wins. But if these young players play in and play above their pay grade, nobody knows what they can do. I say the ceiling is 9 because of them playing above with an actual coaching scheme behind them.
Cool. Maniac Tim, what you got? What's your wins? How many wins to get this year?
A little bit of crazy hit me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm calling the Maniac. All right. I'm going for 11. I'm shooting for 11.
11. He hook you up with Shawnee J because he's probably gonna say the same thing.
That would be the show to hear right there.
We need to get you into that opium addiction recovery program.
No, we just need to elevate my team to win 11.
Okay.
I don't care about I
that's
just
true.
want them to win.
Antonio Jenkins says 7 to 10 is if we're being realistic. 7 to 10 from North End Kansas as well. Single Dash Club said between 7 and 10 wins. William Holly says 3 wins. Wow. Talk about a Debbie Downer. All right.
But the history even said that 3 wins is not likely. If you go through and you look at all the teams who got a new head coach, all the teams who got a new head coach who had a bad record, their records improved by at least 2 games every single time. So history says that 3 wins is not possible.
Now, wait a minute, Luke. It's also history that teams don't generally go 0-16 either.
Yeah, but the difference is this. The difference is this. The key part of the history is the new head coach. When they went 0-16, Rob Marinelli was already there. He wasn't a new head coach.
Yeah,
he was already there. Now, once they went 0-16, obviously they went 0-16. But like I said, remember I told you it increased by 2 games every time a new head coach came in. The next year, the Lions go 2-14. So just put that out there for the references. And you can go through other teams and look at the new head coach and see that there's always been at least a 2-game increase in the record. Unless you're Sean McVay, where you just say, after that, we're going 11 wins. Okay, so
yeah.
But most times it's a 2-game increase.
Speaking of 11 wins, North End Kids with a super chat says 11 win gets a super chat. So 11 wins
right.
for my man, Uncle Timmy the Maniac says 11 wins. You get a super chat for that. Hawk is our best player right now. I'm not disputing that whatsoever.
I am.
It's Ragnow.
Ragnow. Okay. I'm going my man Hawk. All right. How many wins do you see this season, Luke G?
I got us at the floor 8 and 9, and at the ceiling, I got us at 10.
Okay.
So between 8 and 10. I think, like I said, you're talking about an increase. I know that the single worst problem for that team last year was just coaching. It just hands down was coaching. And now that I believe that we have at least better coaching, I think they'll win more. The fact that we are 100%, they love this guy. They've already embraced it. This fan base has been screaming, it takes 3 years. 3 years to change a culture. 3 years. This guy's been in here for a little less than a year, and everybody's in love with him. And it's not just them. It's the people in the league. George Kettle's like, man, I like what I hear over there, and all these other players who's talking about him. So, yeah, I think hands down that, we're looking at a shift change that many of us don't want to believe, but it is what it is. This is a new beginning.
I'm sticking around my 5 to 7 wins. That's just me. I'm sticking with that, but I hope it's more. I always want the Lions to win. So, I'm not. It's not that I want them to lose more. I want them to win more, but my realistic expectations are between 5 and 7 wins. I'm gonna say Val for last because I know it's gonna be interesting to hear what the hell she got to say. Jim, what do you?
We got Scotty the Bear that says 12 and 5. We got North End again that says
insert the Kool-Aid is strong with that one.
Insert the Lions growl effect. Luke G's field review. We have a super chat as well.
Okay,
so
well, we got
go ahead and read that one.
Single Dads Club with the $5 super chat. We appreciate that. $5. Hey, how many kneecaps could a Dan Campbell bite if a Dan Campbell could bite kneecaps?
Oh, that one's great.
That is awesome. I like
that. At least 2 a game.
At least 2 a game.
At least 2 a game. For me, though, I think it's 5 and 7, but just because there's a new head coach, there's a new defense. They may be great coaches, but the whole scheme is new. We have a lot of young players. We have a lot of players getting acclimated to the NFL. And we have a really tough schedule. People don't realize that there's some tough teams on that schedule.
We got some stuff. That AFC North is a murderer's row by itself. Three of those teams are really, really good playoff contenders in the AFC North. I agree with you.
So and all of them have O-line influx issues other than Cleveland.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's a true statement because you have a lot of guys that left that Baltimore offensive line and in Pittsburgh because you got Villanueva who played in Pittsburgh all those years. Now he's on the Ravens. So I agree with you on that one. But yeah, Jim, I agree with you. That schedule is going to be rough. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. All right. So we kick it over to the last person to answer this question because I already know what the hell she's going. It's going to be some the bull. What she going to say? But Val, she's waiting. How many wins do you think the Lions get this year?
I'm not saying no bull on this one. I've stuck with my same answer this entire time. It's 5 wins, 7 tops on a miracle worker play, but 5 for the same reasons that Jim gave. It's just honestly, it's a new team yet. New coach, all of that stuff. They have to have time to chill. That defense doesn't look that great. Come on now. And, so it's going to take some time. So just 5 wins.
Okay. Joseph Murdoch says, hold on. Well, Joseph Murdoch says, we all need to join the 12-step program. Lots of hopium. Well, we're here for you for that. We do have a 12-step program to get you off of the hopium and get the Kool-Aid, out of your system. But it's going to take a good 12 steps, good 12 weeks. What you got, Luke?
Look, I can tell you this much. It's not a program to be in when you should be excited and happy about it. It's a new season, which brings a new beginning. Like all of us have had more than one pair of shoes, but we still get excited when we get a new pair. What is wrong with you getting excited with a new season, a new head coach, new quarterback?
I'm excited.
Everything is supposed to be that way. So it's not, the hopium is not running high because it's an overdose of the hopium. The opium is running high because with new beginnings comes new opportunities and new chances, and that's where you should be at.
Yeah. We agree to disagree on that one, Luke. But
read
that's
that super chat. Read that super chat.
All right, super chat. All right. North End Ken with the super chat for Val. This is directly towards you. We are sweeping the Bears regardless.
I'm more laughing at Bo Gagrius's comment where he says, "I know most Bears poop in the woods, but Dalton and Fields will be pooping in their pants dealing with our pass rush."
First of all, let me just say, I've been looking for Bo for a while because I was like, yo, not only have I been looking for him, Royal Alliance UK been looking for him. I know Man I've been looking for him. We was like, yo, we was like, anybody who know him, please have him post something so we know he okay or she. I don't know, which one it may be, but like, let us know that they're okay. So when I saw that the matches pop up, I went, great, that's beautiful. Always love hearing from people not about them. So that's 100%. Happy to see you back in here, man. I know that schedule sucked. Mine's do too. If you only knew how bad I got home at 6 this morning.
But see, here's the thing, Bears may poop in the woods, but Lions are used to pooping on an open field.
I like that. But you know what? But Bears make better rugs for us to wipe our feet on.
We've got that Charmin toilet paper to keep our butts clean.
Every time they say that phrase "bear down," I'm looking for the ambulance. So
exactly.
Okay.
I think of the hunter that has the grizzly bear knocked down from a good gunshot, and he's just leaning over it.
Well, listen.
But you guys got to restore the roar. You're like, you guys can't even roar. I mean, it's like, okay.
Oh, I would feel bad, but seeing how y'all got Leave It to Beaver over there playing quarterback for you, I'm clearly cool.
Leave It to Beaver.
He's Ronald McDonald.
I mean, seriously, how can you expect to have a good season with your starter having the nickname of the Red Rocket? He's named after a dog's wiener.
The Red Rooster.
Okay, guys.
We're having fun. We're having
so much fun. North End, Kansas. I can't wait for the whole NFC North. Actually, let's freaking go.
Did everybody get that one? Okay, let's go.
Everybody got that one. No, Jeremy did not answer that question. Jeremy, how many wins we got this year?
I answered it first. You came to me first. I said 5 to 9.
All right, so which side of the ball will carry the team this season?
Interesting.
That's a good question. All right, Jim, what side of the ball will carry the team this year?
I think it's close, but I think it's going to be the offense. I do. I think the offensive line, once they get acclimated, it's going to be dink and dunk. We already know that, but they can move it down the field, and I think they're going to be able to run the ball too. And if they can run the ball and do play action, and this guy can take the top off the defense, I think the offense is going to lead the way. I think the defense is behind the offense yet. I think it's going to take them some time to catch up. Okay. Oops, I said ketchup. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
You sure it's not mustard?
I'm right. Team Mustard over here. Team Mustard. That's
Team Mustard. All right, Team Mustard. Which side of the ball will carry the team this year?
Neither. It's going to be a collaborative effort. What is like? That's exactly what good teams do. You generally have it where you have one side, but people always say that because we're trained by the media to say, oh, it's the defense that does it, or it's the offense that does it. But what about the teams who keep winning championships that we keep ignoring with teams like the Patriots that everybody wished that they had that success? They did it on all aspects of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. And you go to some of the other dynasties, all aspects of the game, offense, defense. So if we're going to be winning, we're going to have to get that same effort on all sides of the ball.
I feel you on that one, Tim.
I like that.
Since the church is saying amen, Tim.
Wait. We got a $5 super sticker from Turner Burley. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
We appreciate that. The super sticker, brother. All right, Maniac Tim. What side of the ball carries this team? Since you said you were over here in amen corner.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm like Luke. We brought in the best coaching staff. I think they're going to really be competing against each other. Now, in practice, we've seen the defense going ahead and pushing the offense to perform better. So I think they're going to be playing against each other as far as to elevate the teams, and both sides are going to play. I mean, if you look at it, though, the offense does look like they got things together a little bit better, but I think the drive of the defense is going to elevate their team. And there's no way that defensive coordinator of ours is going to let the offense show them up. So looking at that, I think that they're both going to play and be a complete team, because that's what we need. It's a complete team on offense and in defense, in running and in passing.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Read that chat real quick.
Yes, please.
Definitely. All right. I'm all late. What jersey is that, Val? Did you give up on the Bears already?
Yes.
You want to explain it real quick, Val?
No, I did not give up on the Bears already. North End Ken decided to call my bluff a while back, and when I said that the only jersey I'd be caught in is an Iffy jersey with Iffy on the back. So you can thank North End Ken for that one.
Definitely.
Thank you, North End Ken. You converted her.
That was funny. I thank you, North
Only
End
for
Ken.
today.
Kurt, this one's for you. Super chat.
All right. So Northern Ken says at Kurt Steele, might as well drop who you were going off on so the rest of us can block them.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, from yesterday.
We're not gonna name names. He doesn't need no press.
Nah,
He don't need no
you know
press.
what though? I'll say this. You know what I'm saying? When you have someone like that, they don't deserve the recognition, because if I don't want to give them any more of my time and effort in recognizing who they were.
Now Luke was going to make a point, so we'll let him
go ahead,
Luke.
because we had the super chats and stuff. I'm sorry, Luke.
No, you fine. I just want to ask a question. Like I seen the I'm salty comment where he says we should be doing a deep scouting for what guys we can get out of college next year, and he said that this team won't be good for at least 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Why is it that every time something happens with the Lions, it's always 2 to 3 damn years? Meanwhile, every other team can go out and make adjustments and changes, and everybody just automatically assume they're going to be so great. We saw how the media is influencing the thoughts of people. When Stafford on the Lions, he sucks. In fact, I'm going to show you how crazy this is. It's funny how when Matt Patricia was here, no Lion made the top 100 by their own peers. Matt Patricia gets out of here, all kind of goddamn Lions is on there. You getting like it, and all of a sudden now Stafford getting all the love and everything else. So it's like I don't understand this concept of 2 years. Why does it have to be a 2-year wait when the history doesn't say that has to be a 2-year wait? Things can turn around quickly and fast, and if you just pay attention to the history and remove the emotional side of it out, you would be able to see it too. I just don't understand why is it just 2 years from now and 3 years from now. It doesn't work like that. It's not how football works. NFL stands for any given Sunday for a reason. So you can't just assume that it's automatically 2 years away.
Dr. Detroit says, because we had an overrated team. Always, Luke. That's why. That's his opinion. Why not us? Just Murdoch, the associates law firm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what Jared Goff said. Why not us? My thoughts are influenced by the product they put on the field. True story there, Mr. Salty. I feel what you're saying. Getting back to the question. All right, Val, who's going to carry? What side of the ball is going to carry the team this year? I'm
not with neither side, to be honest. I think both sides are pretty much evenly where they're at. But if we were going to look at what the Lions are going to focus on more, I believe it's going to be the offense is going to carry it more than the defensive side. And it's just been historically, that's just the way the Lions kind of run their game.
Okay. I feel that. Okay. Jim, you get this question, right, Jim?
I don't.
No, Jim, go ahead.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't think. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. All right. All right. Jeremy, did you answer this question?
No, I did not.
Go ahead, my man.
All right. The defense is not that far behind. If you look at it by depth, the first game, starters were only in for 2 series on both sides of the ball. It was a wash. We only gave up 16 points to a playoff team with their depth versus our depth, correct?
Yeah.
Then the next game, it was 20-26 versus the Steelers, another playoff team.
Yeah,
then last week, we were beating the snot with our second stringers versus the other second stringers. Our depth is not as bad as people think, because if they're able to run with other people's depth, doesn't that make us look better?
Yes, definitely.
So I think the defense is going to help carry that more than people think, because they're better than people think. I still think Derek Barnes should start over Anzalone.
Yeah, I agree.
Anzalone? Okay. I feel you.
No, I agree with that.
My thoughts are I'm kind of with Luke G this year. I'm kind of like looking for both sides of the ball to carry their weight evenly and play within themselves. As long as they play with how the coaches coach them and within the system, I think they can both carry each other equally this year. And I hope that with success, you have both sides of the ball carrying each other equally. You look at the Bucs last year. People said that defense, the defense won the Super Bowl for them. Well, no, you had to have the offense getting the ball down the field to win the Super Bowl, because of the fact that you, even with all the stops on defense, if the offenses aren't doing what they need to do, you can't win the game. So there you go. All right. William Holly says, I want the Lions to win with all of my heart. Well, of course, I'm just looking for them. I'm just looking at them logically, so I don't go insane.
Yeah, but you don't have to go insane, right? Like, for example, what you have to do is this: you have to ask yourself, really, in my opinion, two questions. Question one: do we have the right people, or do you trust the head coach and general manager that have been put in place? If your answer is no, then we skip the second part of it. But if your answer is yes, then you go to the second part of it. How far are the Lions away from these other teams? And I've went through on my show where I've shown, based on roster and production, hey, we're not too far off. I mean, look at our team versus the 49ers. Why is their receiving core better than ours? And if most people would say yes, because they'll go, oh, well, I know the players' names. I know the players' names, and they'll say yes. But that's not the case for it, in my opinion. Just ask yourself the question and trust that.
I don't know one wide receiver on the 49ers. I don't know any of their wide receivers.
No, me neither.
I know the only one I know about, because I wanted us to draft him, is Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, I do like Deebo Samuel. I do like that guy. He's a wrecking ball. That guy's a wrecking ball out there on the field.
I think it's funny that Hawk won the championship at Kittle's tight end university when Kittle was playing in it too.
Yeah, true.
Right. I mean,
just don't put your chances of winning in the feet of the kickers. That's all.
No, listen. The fact that they got bullets up out of there, I'm okay. I'm happy with that too. Yeah. So I'm not, like I said, when you in an open stadium with nobody there around you, and I'm watching. Jim, you were there at the family day. Yep. There was nobody out there going at him. He was just him, the holder, and he kicked it, and it was short. And I was like, well, we got a problem.
Yeah. Didn't both kickers go 0 for 4 in the beginning of that day?
Listen, I can't remember what the numbers was. All I remember is looking at how far it was from like it's almost like somebody saying, like, this is $1 billion, it's yours, grab it. And you like, I can't, I got small hands and little arms.
T-Rex arms.
Yeah, like, what the heck? Like, come on, man. It was terrible. So I knew we had a problem there.
It was bad because I was watching it just like you, and it's like it's 45 out and Bullock's barely getting it over the goal.
It's not even there.
I know.
It was really bad. I was concerned about that until they got rid of him, and I was kind of glad they did.
Okay. Yeah,
I did tell you Bullock would be cut.
Wait, we did tell you you were definitely Nostradamus on that one. Hey, if you liking the content, get the likes on people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be a part of Proud Nation. The March to 10,000 is on, and be a part of the movement. Hey, any questions for the panel? So let's get them in.
Listen, I see I'm salty. He makes this point, but it's a moot point. He said the 49ers were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago I was 2 years younger. What's your point?
They were one of the worst teams in the league last year. That's why they were drafted so high.
Right.
I'm getting a kick out of this YouTube name. I'm salty.
I mean, I love I'm salty.
And from what I hear, if you salty, you might either get a cracker or drink some pineapple juice. That's what I've been told. I don't know. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Kristen Williams has a good show with no starting quarterback last year. Now they got two. If you have two starting quarterbacks, you have none. All right. Both teams
they had
don't have
no quarterback.
one wide receivers. Both teams are in our trenches. Quarterbacks are about the same. I give the Lions secondary a slight edge just because the Niners lost both last year's starting cornerbacks. They definitely have some holes in that defense for the 49ers.
I think we as a fan base got to stop doing this. We got to stop making all the perfect excuses for other teams, but then negating to acknowledge our flaws. We can say, "Oh, the 49ers didn't have a quarterback. We didn't have a coach."
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We didn't have a running game.
We didn't have a running game.
Yeah.
We didn't have a comparable defense.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have like all the things that we didn't have. We talking about the quarterback. We was without a quarterback at one point. Mm-hmm. And so
go ahead. That's all right.
I'm just saying it's amazing to me how we can find all the reasons why these other teams failed, but we can't see why we failed.
That's very true.
Yeah. We also had one of the most incompetent coaching staffs in the history of the NFL the last 3 years.
And they're gone. They're gone now.
And
they're gone.
A good point there because that is a huge 180, but you have to look at how young the team is, number one. Number two,
I like it.
But you have to also look at the inexperience of they don't know the system. This is all brand new to everybody else. You remember every time Matthew Stafford had a thing at a change or something. I know this is a long time ago, but every time he'd say, you know what, it was only year one in this offense and we'll be better next year, So
and they were
truth to it. I think there's some truth to that.
And except for Jim Caldwell's first year where they went 11-5 and made the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the idea that we shouldn't have high expectations for salt to be put in our mouths don't matter to me because you should have high expectations every year is new. Mm-hmm. Like my kids go to school, right? And so if they have a bum semester, that mean I should be like, hey, they're just CD students. They are who they are. No. I gotta find a way to push them to say, look, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. The fact that whether you know it or not, even in a lot of the statements that you're making, you're showing me right now that you do have high expectations for this team because you're saying that you're expecting for them to show you something for you to buy in. I can respect that, but at the end of the day, we as a fan base need to all have high expectations because I guarantee you, if you go and buy Haagen-Dazs ice cream, you're expecting for it to take the same every single time. When you buy Doritos, you're expecting for it to take the same every single time. And when it don't, you're disappointed. So keep the expectations high and keep your support tempered in a way where you can still say, I'm expecting to see these things and it should happen, but it shouldn't take 2 or 3 years.
Right. That's true. We're going to go to final thoughts now. So I'm going to go to Val first because you have the floor and I want you to just give your final thoughts on this whole situation today. So go ahead, Val.
Oh man, this has been hilarious as I'll get up. So I just want to thank North End Can for providing this jersey again. And allowing us to have a great experience today. And yes, even though I'm wearing the Lions jersey, I'm still going to be a Bears fan. You haven't turned me over quite yet. You're going to have to work a little harder on that one. But we'll see. If y'all win the Super Bowl this year, maybe we'll start talking.
Definitely. We appreciate that, Val. Definitely.
All right, let's go to a Maniac Tim. What are your final thoughts for today?
Okay. Of course, I always say win with pride for the team, for the city, and for the state. All right. And for the Lions themselves. But remember, don't always give up on the season before it starts. Always try your best. Always do your best. For so many years, we have always looked at 3 to 5 years to become a winning team. Win now. You should always be on win now mode every game. All right. Don't give up. Win now.
Okay. Uncle Timmy, that let the church say amen. With that one, I love that one. I love that.
That was good. That was good. Jeremy, what are your final thoughts for today, my man? All right, thank you.
Right.
You're muted, dude.
I have a prop bet for Val.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
If the Lions beat the 49ers on the 12th, you have to wear the Iffy jersey the next show. It won't be the last time you wear it on the show.
Okay.
And if they lose, I'll wear a Cowboys shirt.
Oh.
No, you have to wear a Bears shirt.
Bears shirt.
I don't own one. I'm not buying one.
You don't have to
Oh, that's funny.
I'll get you a Perriman's jersey.
Jerryman's hell with that, man.
Oh man. Dr. Detroit can't hitting that doggone ATM. All right,
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, well, let's see. We haven't hit. I'll do mine next, and it's always a privilege and an honor to be with you guys. I really appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate you guys on the panel for showing up and showing out. We had a blast today. I had so much fun with this. It was amazing. If you could, please hit that like button on your way out. It does really help us. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. We are on the march to 10,000, if I can speak. Supposed to be what I do. But anyway, I just really appreciate each and every one of you. Go to Luke G. What are your final thoughts for today? Give us some positivity.
Hey, first of all, thank everybody for rocking with us. All the people who hit that thumbs up and the thumbs down, thank you for coming to support and at least being a part of the show. Those people who commented in the chat, didn't take it personal, have fun with me, talking awesome to you, to everybody on the panel, great. Today's positive word for me, because I can't do it without ending with a positive word. It comes from the great late Kobe Bryant. He says, I wouldn't say I am a ball hog, I'm a shooter. Now, this may not resonate with many of you right now, but I'm gonna bring it home. It's about mentality. See, the mentality that you carry is the thing that literally designs your road and your path of greatness. Most people who have greatness have a certain type of mentality. They ask Kobe a simple question: hey, why are you such a ball hog? And he says to them, I'm not a ball hog, I'm a shooter. His mentality is, I'm trying to be great. I'm trying to get myself in a position to be better. I'm trying to make my team a better team. And the only way I can do that is by leading. And if that means the ball needs to be in my hand, then by all means, let me shoot. This mentality is the same mentality you got to carry with everything in life. And if you do that, and I do truly mean this, if you do that, you will find that not only will everything come to you easy, but it will come to you in a way that lets others see your greatness. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And if you have not become a member, shame on you. Okay? Kneecaps are being bitten off. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Hey, my final thoughts for today's show is definitely I enjoy being with my Detroit Lions on the Proud family. Proud Nation, definitely enjoy being here with you guys, interacting with the individuals in the chat, and just being on the panel and interacting with you guys makes this all worthwhile. And definitely we appreciate you. And we're gonna enjoy the hopium right here on Free for All Friday every week. You know, it's brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. Actually, I just got a message from my cousin. She's sending more cookies. They're going to be on the show real soon. So, hey, I appreciate you guys being here. And the person who definitely Leo said they're going to get some cookies from over there. So we appreciate those orders over at Delightful Bites on Facebook. Hey, if you're going to get yourself some gear, go over and get yourself some Lions on the Proud gear at lionsontheproudshop.com. My man says, Northern Kid says, in closing, this is not Val's last and only time in the Lions jersey. Definitely.
Thank you, Northern Ken. I appreciate
get yourself some Lions on the Proud gear. I'm rocking my kneecap biter shirt today. My man Jim is always rocking the Lions on the Proud family. Definitely rocking that jersey. If you're going to get some Lions gear, go over and get yourself some Lions gear on fanatics.com. I just bought some more gear today. I'm always supporting the channel myself. I got a problem. So,
there's a 12-step program for that.
But a portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. And while you're on the internet, you're on your web browser, click over to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. My man, Lions, Ferg Lions 509 or Matthew Ferguson on the Wall of Fame. My man, he kills it over there, writing some great articles for us over there on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Like I said, click the link for lionsontheprowshop.com. Get yourself some Proud Nation gear right over there on that website. Hey, Free for All Friday. You know what the song is. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? Hey, football is back, baby. This is the last Free for All Friday that we have without a regular season game on tap for the next Sunday. So, hey, football is here. College football just started. So go and check it out. Whatever your team is, enjoy football. Be with your loved ones. Hey, you know what you got to do. Wipe those crumbs off your face and get back to work, people, and finish out the week right. Whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do, baby. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you.
Amen.
Real soon.